So, a really interesting topic I wanted to just sound off on a little bit is regarding just wages. This in Nigeria and West African countries in general, I guess. You know, during the time I was attempting a candidacy, working on one with the Social Democratic Party as a SDP for the big office in Nigeria. One of the things I was thinking about is how much we're just like, oh, investment, foreign investment, whether it's oil, whether it's the hotels, whether it's the whatever, and don't really hold those companies accountable. We just allow those companies to just come in and do whatever they want, whether it's the environmental problems in the Delta region, or it's the amount of money they make off of charging exorbitant amount for hotels and then paying the staff like $100 a month or something. And Nigeria and other probably they just allow that and don't realize that it's like, yes, you can come in and you can invest here, and yes, you can come in and you can, you know, drill for oil and do all these things that you think helps your company, helps your business diversify and grow and whatever. But you have to respect the people, you have to respect the laws. These hotels are required to pay this much, or these, there has to be a requirement, just more asked of, more demanded of. Like, we're just too much, too easily, just like, oh, so, the white man will come and invest, and they just take most of everything. And the only reason they do that is because the Black people allows them to, and doesn't think, oh, you know, doesn't think, doesn't, you know, put the critical thinking in to say, okay, you can do this, but here's the rules for us. Here's what we want for our people. Here's what, and much of the reason for that is is the corruption, because due to corruption, when you try to bring up, when someone tries to bring up to the powers that be that they're doing this and they shouldn't be, sometimes they'd rather make enemies with the folks that do that. I mean, like Nigerian diasporans and other West African diasporas, or whatever other countries, are some of the most educated people in the world, right? They've been to, so they can give good pointers and all these things. But what happens is that the the political elite in these countries a lot of times is full of people who don't have that education, so, and are really corrupt. They just like to steal money, and so they run away from anyone who is trying to tell them things. They run away from ideas, they run away from, so of course they're going to be raped of their resources. Of course they're going to be raped of their, of just, because why wouldn't they be? Because the people who can say something about it, who can put an end to it, they don't tend to be as inclined to embrace them. They like to embrace, they want to, so um, it's inevitable for it to just be a cycle of that over and over again. So what's really interesting, though, is that it seems like they're growing, because I'm hearing that, oh, voila, these things are changing. There's more consciousness now. There's more awareness now, thank God, to demand more and to grow and to develop the people, and to help the people stand up, because no one's going to do that. Like no matter how you want to slice it, white people are going to look out for their own kind. I don't care what you say about unity, whatever. They only want unity when they feel as if like it's attractive to them. When they feel like discriminating favors them, trust me, they discriminate. It's just like, it's all just whatever they feel placed to their favor. If the shining eye comes from this direction, then you have to be like, make that do this. But if it didn't, if it came from the other one, then, so that's like what Black people have to realize, is that, like, I'm too much. I mean, especially in African countries, because I think a lot of times, like, they're so used to it, and it's almost like, I don't know. I don't really understand what the problem is, but I think it's just time. It's just like, like everything else in life, that people just wake up more and are more aware of things and do better. So we can all be better. And I'm seeing change. It's coming along. The future is bright. Yeah.